In a world where noise is mistaken for strength, where people measure influence by how loud someone can speak, there is one truth most will never understand. The greatest power is exercised in silence. True power does not scream, it does not beg for attention. It asserts itself without a single word. Today I will reveal to you a philosophy that built empires, toppled kings, and turned ordinary men into legends. The philosophy of silence as a weapon of dominance. 1. Silence is not absence, it's a message louder than words. Silence in the weak is surrender. Silence in the strong is a statement. I do not need to speak to be heard. My presence is enough. Machiavelli wrote, "Never reveal your hand too soon. Power thrives in ambiguity." In politics, silence keeps the enemy guessing, and that uncertainty is the leverage that bends reality in your favor. Example: Napoleon mastered this art. Short answers, vague smiles, while his mind redrew the map of Europe.
2. Mystery builds authority, not noise. People fear what they cannot understand. The less they know about you, the bigger you become in their imagination. Historical example: King Louis XIV of France built the ritual of distance. Every encounter with him was choreographed, veiled in mystery. It wasn't vanity, it was strategy. In business today, think Apple. Secrecy fuels anticipation, and anticipation creates power. 3. When you speak, make every word a blade. Words are bullets. Don't waste them on meaningless chatter. Great leaders rarely talk much, but when they do, the world listens. Example: Julius Caesar didn't deliver a long speech when he crossed the Rubicon. He said one sentence that altered history. Alia jacta est. The die is cast. Power lies not in the length of speech, but in the weight of words. 4. Control your emotions or be controlled. Anger is the moment of ultimate vulnerability. The one who yells loses. Silence in provocation is not weakness. It's the loudest declaration of dominance. Modern example: in political debates, the most feared opponents are those who respond with nothing. That silence is a psychological trap that destroys the attacker from within.
5. Timing is half the power. Silence is not forever. It is strategic. There is one perfect moment for the sentence that kills 1,000 arguments. Machiavelli said, "He who masters patience masters power." Your restraint is not inaction, it's preparation for impact. 6. Silence turns you into an intelligence machine. When you talk less, you hear more. Chatter exposes weakness. Silence absorbs information like a sponge. Practical example: in negotiations, after you state your terms, just stop talking. That empty space forces the other side to speak, and in that speaking, they reveal their cards. 7. Mystery breeds fear, and fear breeds obedience. Threats are visible. Silence is invisible and far more dangerous. People don't fear what you promise to do. They fear what you might do. From Sun Tzu, when you are near, appear far. When you are ready, appear weak. That is the psychology of dominance.
8. The loudest voice is usually the weakest. He who needs to shout seeks validation. Real power doesn't beg for applause. It commands it through results.
On social media, those screaming for attention fade. Those who move in silence, they dominate the game. 9. Silent actions are explosions in the mind. Noise is words. Power is action. The silent move, executed without warning, hits like a lightning strike. History is written not by those who talked the most, but by those who acted while others argued. 10. Make silence your signature weapon. The greatest leaders turned silence into a brand. Be that person whose words are rare but priceless. When you speak, make sure the world stops to listen. Remember, in silence, others reveal themselves. When you finally speak, you write the rules.
Chapter 11. Silence as Psychological Warfare. Psychological warfare does not begin with cannons. It begins with silence. When you enter any confrontation and reveal nothing, your opponent begins writing scripts in his own mind. Are you afraid? Are you confident? What are you planning? This uncertainty destroys him more than any spoken word ever could. Machiavelli understood this when he wrote, "Keep your enemies in perpetual doubt, and you have defeated them before the battle begins." Practical example. In the world of finance, when you remain silent about your strategy, you make others chase your shadow while you build your empire far from their eyes. Chapter 12. The Economics of Silence. Chatter consumes your psychological capital and kills the aura you need to build influence. In business, every word you speak about your plans is an uncalculated expense. The one who speaks less holds the most valuable currency in the game: information. Example: the greatest investment firms operate under absolute secrecy. The deals that changed the world were not announced. They became reality before anyone could write about them. Chapter 13. Legacy through silence. Those who make noise today vanish tomorrow, but those who work in the shadows, they write their names in history. Silence is not only a tool to seize power in the present, it is the foundation of a legacy that survives you. Philosophical note: words fade. Silent actions become legend. The true leader does not beg for recognition. He lets time carve his monument.
The power you cannot see is always stronger than the one you can. In a world that worships noise, make darkness your throne. Command through presence. Terrify with mystery. Conquer with timing. Because silence is not the absence of sound, it is the presence of authority.